Welcome back to another FOC comic book video. We've got, well, if you notice this, we've got a Batman drawing contest going on right now. You just order one of our Batman blanks and draw it. Okay, pre-sales. Let's see what we got. I don't know everything here. We're going to start with the miscellaneous comics. Click on that. This guy just keeps popping up every week, keeps getting pushed back. 3 copies, Savage Dragon, Eric Larson. We still don't know what that C cover image looks like. Also, for Image Comics, they're pretty good at adding second print variants the last weekend. I haven't checked today, so there's a chance. I'll check tomorrow. If there's some second prints from the Energon universe, they'll be thrown on, but they do often add second prints late in the game. Biden's Titans versus Mickey Mouse is still up there. It got pushed back. I don't know how long it's getting pushed back, but you can get all 7 covers for 25% off. You know, see all these different covers. Blah, 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 blah. If you want it, you just add it into your cart. Add to cart. Boom, it's in there. And it's in Canadian funds. We are the Canadian Comic Bin, located in Canada. Barbaric Born in Blood #2. The first issue was free. We're giving it away to a lot of people, and you are welcome to order #2 if you'd like that story. Blasphemous #3, the final issue from Mercant and Dolfo. These are those oversized magazine size issues. They do cost extra. They're $12.20. Local Ontario gal Sweeney Boo does a C cover. Can't shake a stick at that. I don't know if I used that quote correctly. Spectrograph. It's a horror series by Tinian, and it's got Christian Ward. Issue 2 is up now. This is a 4-issue series. Most of them have been 3 so far. But you've got your Hickson variant, your Jay Lee. Let's check that one out. It's not a huge image on here, is it? Some of those places we take our pictures from are kind of smaller. Kind of disappointing for us to do this video with. Dick Tracy #1, it's in its second print. First print is sold out. And Dick Tracy #2 is now up for order. Oh, we got a Invader right there. So we've got a B cover variant, and then we got the scale trade. So people are selling dragon scales on the black market. Cult of the Lamb. It's kind of a cutesy looking title, but I think it's a little darker. So that might be kind of fun. Let's head back. Gunslinger Spawn. I really do like this one where they're on fire. That's pretty cool. What else do we have? Spawn Scorched. We've got our A and B covers. I heard something good about this Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. I don't know anything about it, but we can read about it right now. Jerry Duggan and Gary Brown from Baby Teeth, that's a Donny Cates series, present a massive double-length first issue of their groundbreaking new series. The sun set on samurai and gunslingers at roughly the same time, but our 2 leads didn't die off quietly. In the east, Asami, an Onamusha warrior and female samurai, would rather die with their weapons than surrender them to a sword hunt. In the west, the gunslinger McCraith follows his revenge to the bitter end and pays the ultimate price. The future lovers are mortally wounded, a world apart, and make together a purgatory ruled by a ruthless society of damned warriors. This one has it all. Action, the dead, the dying, the undead, and of course, romance. That does sound pretty cool. I will definitely check that one out. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, Precious Metal is another Image miniseries. If you liked Little Bird, that was pretty popular back in the day. It was probably, I don't know, like 6-7 years ago. But that was pretty popular. But this one is the big one. Scarlet #1. It's got 5 covers, and normally there's only 2 covers. But they did some extra ones with this. We've got our Joelle Jones, which I'm a huge Joelle Jones fan. I think that's great. I'm curious how it's going to tie into the Transformers world. We got our blank. This one, the connecting variant, is not there. They don't have that image yet, but they have the black and white. So you can see it's Scarlet in the lead here, other Joes, and Transformers behind. So I guess with Destro and Transformers, probably even Void Rivals, they might get a connecting cover going through them all. Or unless this is just straight Scarlet, I have no clue. But you can get all 5 covers for 20% off if that's what you're thinking of. Bear, Pirate, Viking King. It is now sold out in its second print. We got a black and white cover, and number 2 is up for order right now. So if you are one of the people who helped us sell out of the first issue, please get your pre-orders in for number 2 so we know that you actually want to continue reading it. I Hate Fairyland. It's got the A and B, the F-bomb cover right there. White Trees, number 1. It collects the first 2 issues from years back, and second print. Witcher, number 2. Usagi Yojimbo, The Crow, number 3, and it's got a Derek Chew cover. I wasn't expecting to see that one. Again, we got a smaller image. Let's slide down, and then your A cover is Stan Sakai. Joy Operations 2. Brian Michael Bendis has been doing indie comics, not so much with the superhero in the mainstream. A lot of Dark Horse stuff, and the first series came out a year ago. And so there's the sequel. We don't sell much Star Trek. No one's ever really asking for it, but this Raza cover is awesome. I wish it was a little bit bigger, but I like that a lot. What else do we have? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Black, White, and Green, number 2. We got an A and B cover, and I prefer the B cover by Love. I don't know who that person is, but that is just a great cover. Kind of looks newsprint-ish. The Writer, new Dark Horse series. Profane is a new Boom series, and there's your B cover by Deodato. Penthouse, this has sold fairly well for us. So you've got your A cover, B, C, E, D's over here, E, and H. If you want all 6 covers, you can get 20% off. Yeah. Space Ghost, number 2. Number 1 actually sold halfway decent. Dynamite is generally not a huge seller for us. Thundercats did really well for the number 1 and number 3. I think number 3 had the first appearance. No, number 2. But Space Ghost did a little bit better than other new series from them. So we've got our Matina cover, our Jay Lee cover, the Bjorn Barons, and local Ontario artist Michael Cho. There's a foil for the Matina, and if you want all 5 covers, you can save 20%. I think we're going to get higher orders on Vampirella this month due to this cover right here, Jenny Frison. It's a Jenny Frison cover, and there's a skull and half-naked lady. People are going to buy that. But you also got your Perillo. I think Perillo does way better work with Dynamite. I've never really been a fan of his Marvel stuff that he did, and not even much of his DC, but I think he shines in Vampirella, Warlord, and Red Sonja. That's a pretty great looking cover right there. And let's get back into it. There's a Linsner cover. You got your Anna Cleto, your Cosplay. If you want to go big and get the metal premium, it's $135 at the gate. Also, the limited virgin is $68. So their allocations do occur, but every time we've ordered these ones with allocations, we've gotten our shipments. So if you want to pre-order, you should do that. If you want all 5 covers, not including the metal or that limited, it's these 5 right here. 5 standard. You can get 20% off all 5 covers. Gun Honey number 2, the foil. They've been doing the foil a week early, so next week we'll have Gun Honey number 2, all the other covers on. But if you want your pre-orders, we need those in this week. They'll be due on Monday. And Pooh versus Bambi, 1, 2, and 3. Number 3 is always just a lady for whatever reason, but you can get all 3 bundles all 3 covers for 20% off. Yeah. Okay, let's check out what's next on the list. DC. What is new for DC? So DC is due on Sunday. Justice Society of America. This one has been on the FOC for the last few weeks anyway. Number 10 is there. They keep pushing it back. Same thing with Batman 89. This has been on there a couple of times. We got our facsimile of Gaslight by Gotham. And there is a Magnolia foil variant, so if you want it shiny, there you go. And there is a blank cover. What are you going to do, eh? Poison Ivy, you got your phone cover. I really like this Bacalo cover. I'm a fan of the artist, so I've got my, my foot in the pond already. You got your Frank Cho. Again, I'm a big Frank Cho fan. We don't sell as much Cho as I thought we would, but that is all of your mistakes. And Forbes, Scott Forbes. This is a pretty nice cover as well. So you can get all 4 of those covers for 20% off. And again, you just click on the item, add it to your cart. Look at that, increasing. Send that money to us. We need to pay our rent. Buy new stock. New Batman 148. We've got our A cover by Jimenez. We got the Wu Chul Lee variant. You've got a Yasmin Putri. I do like Putri's art. It's not always like the stoic, like, hey, here's the classic image. There's some cool ideas behind it, like just the back of Batman jumping down on the villains. I like that. And you got your Skylar Partridge. I guess it's a bunch of the team members jumping down, led by Batwoman. Ghostmaker in the back. But yeah, all 4 covers, 20% off. Birds of Prey. You've got your A, your B, Francavilla, and C, Sweeney Boo. You can get all 3 for 20% off. My Adventures with Superman. It's a mini-series. I didn't even know about this. I didn't do the pre-sales this week, so I'm learning along with you guys. I'm wondering if this is a younger reader. It's written by the head writer of Adventures with Superman, Josie Campbell. I don't know. It looks like it might be a younger reader series, which is nice because we do need to get young kids reading comics. But there's a couple of different variants. We've got Guidry. We've got our character design and a blank cover. And if you want all those, 20% off. Kneel Before Zod. People have stopped buying this book. The covers are always looking good. Your Perillo cover. Churchill. You haven't seen a Churchill cover in a dog's age. How about that? Where's Ian Churchill been? Kneel Before Zod. Yeah. Blue Beetle. All right. Blue Beetle. You got your A cover. You got your B cover. Dan Mora. You got your Dan Mora cover. Sorry, Shazam. Shazam number 12. Dan Mora cover. And you got a Tom Riley cover and a Cully Hamner cover. I don't think, is Mark Waid writing this still anymore? Doesn't say on our information, but I don't think he is. All right, The Boy Wonder, number 2. We did sell out of the A cover of number 1. We're trying to get some more in because it sold really well off the stands. Not a strong pre-sale seller, but on the stands it did really well. So number 2, if you really like number 1, please pre-sale or subscribe to the whole series. It's only 5 issues. I do like this from beneath shot of Red Hood and Damien. Scroll back down and we're coming to the end here. Scooby-Doo Mysteries and Where Are You, Scooby-Doo? And there's a Mad Magazine facsimile. So if you've always wanted to read the first Mad Magazine, there's the cheapest way to do it. All right, let's finish it out with Marvel. Another one, I didn't get to see these, so let's see what there is. Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt number 2. You got a nice Bjorn Barons cover. Tons of vampires jumping at him. I actually really like that. I wish we had a bigger image that I could show off here. But there's your A cover. So I would myself go for the Bjorn one. Blood Hunt continues in Avengers. Baron Blood is the villain in this one. And you've got a Yoon variant. And of course, you're Scotty Young. And you can get all 3 for 20% off. Deadpool number 3. I like this cover. Just a big old shotgun to the head. His hand's gone. Yay, violence much, eh, Marvel? And this Greg Hildebrandt, did he actually do this card, or is this a new image? I'm not up to on the cards, but this one is amazing. I'm always a fan of Super Mario homages, and that's perfect. It is perfect. So I'm probably gonna get one myself, and a movie tie-in. So if you want Ryan Reynolds right there, I guess you don't know for sure if that's Ryan Reynolds, and Rob Liefeld cover. So if you want all 5 of those covers, 20% off. Wolverine, Deadpool, World War III. Second printing is out. The first one sold out. I think we have a couple of the Delato covers left because we got a reorder, but I think it's only 2 copies. So if you're itching to get one, they're available, I believe. Number 2 is coming out, so you've got your A cover and your Basil Dua variant. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe facsimile. Very cheap way to read this book. It's usually in the $50 range. So there you go. Fantastic Four 21. I love me a Alex Ross cover, especially when it's got vampires on it. What else we got from that series? We got Arthur Adams doing a B cover. I don't know. I don't think I like this one. He did a different thing variant for issue 1. It was a 1-in-25 ratio, and I think that is way better than this one. I do like the stonework right here, but I think it's a weak one for me. Scotty Young, yeah, I like it. I don't love it, but I know Scotty Young fans will probably enjoy it. 3 covers, 20% off. You want them all. All right, this has to be the last issue, right? God's number 8. It's the last one. I could be wrong. But you've got your Ron Lim, your Phil Noto, and your A cover, and you can get them all for 20% off. 3 issues, $15. It feels like every major Marvel character is getting a giant size, and a lot of them we're selling out on. The pre-sales on them are weak, and so I don't order that many for the stands. And I think X-Men had 2 or 3 for the stands, and they sold out in the first 2 days. So if you want this giant size Daredevil, let us know, because they're expensive books, and we're trying to take it easy on the shelves, you know. But you got 3 covers. You got the Barden Foes cover, and I do like this Greg Land cover. It makes me think of issue 50 of volume 2 he did when Bendis was writing. If you want them all, 20% off. Incredible Hulk, number 13. And we got a Scotty Young. I'm not a huge fan of Scotty's Hulk, just because it's just a big green blob kind of thing. I do like when he's on the cover with other characters, but when it's just him on his own, doesn't inspire. So you can get all 3 covers. There's a Betsy Cola as well for 20% off. 2 covers for Miles Morales. I think this is going to be a big one, because I think the only time he has done Miles was on the Edge of Spider-Verse that had like Spider-Punk, Miles, Gwen, and Peter. But I don't think he's done like a solo Miles cover. I could be completely wrong and forgetting about the 3 covers he did with Miles on it, but maybe I'm not. Spider-Boy again. Scotty Young cover. And there are 3 different covers for you. Nick Klein, Ramos, and Scotty Young. Get all 3 for 20% off. Issue 3 of Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin. I recognize that Hildebrandt card, so maybe I just never saw the Deadpool before. But anyway, 2 variants. It's been selling well, so it's a nice selling series. Darth Vader, 3 covers, 3 covers. You know, we usually get 1 or 2 people ordering the set, and then that's it. We'll put 1 on the stand, almost always the A cover. Strange Academy Blood Hunt number 2 is coming out. I believe we sold out of the first issue. I'll have to double check that. 6th print, Ben Reilly on the cover. How about that? 5th print, we're down to our last copy. So if you want that one, you got 1 copy to scoop. But that is the 6th print. They just keep coming out. Ultimate X-Men number 4. I think number 3 comes out next week, so we should be getting a good read. I've been enjoying the series for the first 2 anyway. So number 4, you've got your Momoko, another Momoko, you got a Wernick, you got Hedrick. I recognize that name. Kind of like it, laying against the or leaning against the graffitied backdrop. Scroll. You can get all 4 of those for 20% off. X-Men Blood Hunt, number 1, focusing on Jubilee. She did turn into a vampire for a while. I don't know if she's still a vampire, but I do remember that. We got our blank one. We have a Peach Momoko variant. There you go. And it kind of looks catty, like she's got little spikes there. But maybe it's supposed to be bat ears. All right, that makes more sense. And Scotty Young, I like this one. I like the shooting. The last time he did a cover, it was kind of bland. Like, it was a connecting cover with Jean and Cyclops was one, she was on the other, and they were very dull for me. But I do like these energy blasts surrounding the cover. Get all those for 20% off. X-Men Heir of Apocalypse. Don't know anything about this one. What's happening here? Centuries Apocalypse tested the mutants of Earth to guarantee that only the strong would survive. Now, as he takes his throne on Araco, another must rise in his place and ensure the mutants of Earth do not grow weak in his absence. 12 mutants chosen from the X-Men's greatest heroes and villains will compete for the honor, but only one can become the heir of Apocalypse. That actually seems kind of cool. Who's going to want to be the heir of Apocalypse for one? And who's going to win? So we've got our Hildebrandt, got our Ron Lim, and I guess that's it. Just 3 covers. You can get them all there. Godzilla number 1, facsimile. You got a foil as well if you want the shiny. Thanos Annual. All right. Chad Hardin does a variant. That's pretty cool. I like that. Chad Hardin did a bunch of Harley Quinn back in the day. But right next to it, we got the man Frank Miller. Looks kind of like Marv a little, right? A little Marvish from Sin City. What else do we got from there? We got a blank one. We've got a Rose Besh. I love a Rose Besh. Not quite, like, it doesn't seem like a Rose Besh, but kind of does. Yeah, we got the Scotty Young. Just a big plotty Thanos. And then you can get all 3 for 20% off. So those are the new releases, not the new releases, the FOCs. You won't see these books for about a month, but they are due DC on Sunday and the rest on Monday. So help us out, help yourself out, help your local store by pre-ordering your books. Tell them you want to subscribe. I'm sure a lot of stores have their own online sites that you can do the orders. So whether you're doing it through us, through someone else, it helps everyone by getting your orders in early. That's it. I got work to do. So thanks for hanging out for this video.